Did you know you only need 2 ingredients for these cookies? Start off with some Nutella in a bowl and add some flour and mix till it's all combined. Get your hands in and grab a blob of dough. Roll it out on your hands and place on the tray. Give it a squeeze with the spoon and chuck it in the oven to bake. Anyone can make these cookies. They taste banging and they're so gooey. You lot been asking for this recipe for too long. I just thought, why not do a cookie dough recipe so you lot can follow it without me having to describe it every time. Because you man are like, oh, how do you make the cookie dough? Oh, I want to make cookie dough. Now you lot got it. Don't raise your voice. And if you guys don't follow after this, you're basically pagans. I can't even lie. I don't even make the rules like that. These giant Biscoff cookies are an absolute game changer. We start with some melted butter, brown sugars, white sugars, add a bit of vanilla, eggs, a bunch of flour, baking soda. Once looking decent, get the Biscoff spread and mix. White choco chips. It's a lot of wrist work today, but it's worth it. Get the Biscoff and stuff in the batter for that filling, you get me? Chuck them in the oven, G. Not gonna lie, these are looking bolo and they taste banging. Yes, people, little story time, Disney edition. How can I go to Disney World and I see one of them parades going on in the street? I see my man Mickey and Minnie dancing at the rave. I wanted to catch a vibe and say hi, but Mickey just aired me. So I'm like, rah, what? You got a girl now and you want to move mad? Cool. So I see my broski Goofy on his ones, and obviously that's my guy. So we did a 2-2 shuffle, caught a vibe. Goofy is blessed, but Mickey, your little rat, bro. I make sure you lot follow for more story times, you get me? Yes, people, just pre this easy, gooey cookie dough in a pan. Get some butter, brown sugars, white sugars, 1 egg with an extra yolk, some vanilla, plain flour, bicarbonate soda, and give it a stir. Top with some chocolate chips and combine. Then in the pan, spread butter and lather the cookie dough across the whole pan. Slap it in the oven for 15 minutes. Once out, top it with some ice cream and just lose yourself in that sexy cookie dough. You get me? I could literally eat hundreds of the ice cream cookies. They're too easy to make. You need to Chef-Fellini some ice cream tubs of your choice. Then take off the peels because it's probably not edible, let's be honest. Then get your cookies and make sure you build yourself a banging sandwich. Just because why not? Roll up your sandwiches in them sweet treaty goods for extra health. And smash these rude boys in that banging British sun. Enjoy. Let's make some Aero mint cookies so you can indulge and have that fresh minty breath. Start with butter, brown sugars, vanilla. Mix and add some self-raising flour, salt, cocoa powder, 1 egg and give it a blend. Top with some chocolate chips, Aero bubbles and give it a final mix. Scoop them up and slap them on a tray so they can get baked in the oven. Stack these sweet ones up nice and high and indulge in these minty fresh cookies. You get me? Today, I'm going to teach you how to make the gooeyest, stickiest cookies in the game. We need brown sugars, white sugars, butter, mix till combined, add some vanilla, 1 egg, big boy whisk and add some flour, mix it till it's combined, add a chocolate of your choice, give it a final mix and it's ready for the pan. Shape the cookies into balls and place them on the pan. Give them a squeeze and flip when it's cooking. Once ready, you will have the gooeyest, tastiest cookies in the game, trust me. These 2 ingredient Kinder cookies will change your life, no joke. Get your homemade Kinder spread in a bowl with some flour, roll into balls, lay them on a tray, flatten with a spoon and dash them in the oven. These cookies taste banging and only take 13 minutes and 24 seconds. Try it and time it. Now with this recipe you can eat cookies and brownies at the same time. Start with an egg and some sugars, then add some melted dark chocolate and mix in. Plain flour, chocolate chips and cocoa powder, then put it in the fridge once mixed. Roll out some cookie dough, recipe in the comments, and add the chocolate dough in the middle and roll it into a ball. Get them on a tray and slap them in the oven. Then you can enjoy that lethal cookie brownie combo. You get me? You lot will lose your minds over these banging condensed milk cookies. We start by mixing some soft butter and condensed milk, dash in some plain flour, chocolate chips, and combine with your hands. Once combined, let's get started. Grab and roll the dough into little cookies, place them on the tray and slap them in the oven to bake. Then they are good to go. Sweet, simple, and small. The 3 essences. Enjoy. Here are the banging dime bar cookies that I baked with Stacey Solomon. We use melted butter, brown sugars, 2 eggs, and give it a whisk. Then get some plain flour, baking powder, a little salt, and mix until it becomes a dough. Get your dime chocolate cut up roughly and mix it in the dough. Use your hands and roll up some cookie-shaped boys. Lay them on a tray, slap them in the oven to bake. Then you got yourself the famous dime bar cookies. Dip in the milk and enjoy. Let's use the cookie dough to build us that pie base. Then dash in a couple scoops of Nutella and spread on the bottom. Top it with more of that good cookie dough. Stack in the Kinder bars and Buenos for good measure. We need more chocolate, so we add in a drizzle, fam. We top it with more cookie dough, slap it in the fridge for an hour and dash in the oven. Slice it up and just look at this masterpiece. Ooh-wee. I'm going to show you how to make the cookie dough fries that went wrong. Things started normal. I had flour, salt, powdered sugar, butter, eggs, vanilla. Here I was mixing it up, so unaware of the fail coming. I mean, look at the shot. It was so satisfying. I still thought it was going to turn out good at this point. Look at me living my best life. Then this came out looking like biscotti. But I thought, let me cover it up with some caramel sauce and marshmallows. Still tastes those flames though. There is no way you're ready for the cream egg stuffed cookies. We need melted butter, 1 egg, brown sugars, cocoa powder, plain flour, baking powder, chocolate chips, a pinch of salt. Get stuck in with your hands until it reaches this consistency. Then we need to shape ourselves a very little bowl to fit in our cream egg. Cover it up with the cookie dough so it looks like this. Once baked, we can pre these delicious oozing cream egg cookies. Enjoy. These Oreo cookies are a mazza. Start with like 20 million Oreos. Chop some white chocolate. We need butter, brown sugars, a couple of eggs, some flour, bougie whisk. Add the Oreos and chocolate into the bowl and give it a mix. Use them hands. Roll them up in some balls. Then align them on the tray with some space. Slap them in the oven to bake. And look at these bangers. Textures and flavors for days, my guy. These caramel Easter cookies will blow you away, trust me. Start with some brown sugars, butter, cocoa powder, plain flour, 1 egg, chocolate chips. Get stuck in and make a bowl out of the cookie dough. Then we grab a caramel egg, submerge it in the dough, and slap it in the oven for about 10 minutes. Then watch the cross section. Jeez, tell me you don't want that on Easter Sunday, you get me? If you've been misbehaving like me, make these cookies for Santa so he can sort you out. Long story short, I've been misbehaving a little bit this year, but obviously got to pattern Santa with these cookies because I want a PS5. Sony or Santa, if you're watching this, send me a new one. My address... Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is how you make the cookies anyway. Santa will sort you out if you make these. Trust me. These naughty Bailey's cookies will keep everyone sweet this Christmas. Start with the soft brown sugars, a bit of butter, 1 egg, a cheeky glug of that good Bailey's, self-raising flour, chocolate chips obviously. Give it a bougie blend. Get techie with your hands and roll them in cookie forms. Place them gently on the tray and slap them in the oven for 15 minutes. Pre that cross section, they're too good not to make right now. Santa ain't getting these unless he gets me a PS5, obviously. You lot can't skip out on our banging Oreo cookie dough bites. These are literally the easiest treats you could ever make. You can't mess them up. Sweet, soft, and bite-sized. You can eat 1, 5, 23. You'll be satisfied and introduced to a new way of living, I promise. Today, I'm gonna make a banging Reese's cookie. We start with some melted butter and brown sugars in a bowl. Crack in 1 egg and mix till combined. Get a nice blob of peanut butter for them nutty flavors. Add a load of plain flour to make it more cookie-ish. Then we bring in the peanut butter cups and give it a final mix. Scoop it on a tray and put it in the oven. They are soft, sweet, and the moisture is a mazza. Enjoy. Myself, Jerry, and Ben have done a mad thing. Let's start by slicing my boy's ice cream tub into 3 pieces. Ben told me to peel off the paper. Then we start with that first cookie. I put the ice cream on, Jerry, man. Then we squeeze. Honeycomb sprinkles. Thanks to the bees for making that for me. Then we slice for the cross section. Big up the kid Babish. Look at the movies. Shout out Ben and Jerry for coming through. Don't worry, we kept 2 meters apart. Yes, people, let's smash out this cookie dough pudding. We need to toast the flour on a low heat till golden. Then in a bowl, get brown sugars, butter, and mix to combine. Get vanilla, toasted flour, mix again, and top with the chocolate chips. Give it a final mix. Start with the dough, ice cream, crushed Oreo, peanut butter, caramel sauce, even more cookie dough, and even more ice cream. Top with the chocolate chips and treat yourself to this banging delicious cookie dough pudding. Enjoy. I bet you've never seen a cheesecake cookie dough dip until today. Let's get some butter, icing sugars, brown sugars, and bougie whisk it. Bring in your cream cheese and give it another bougie whisk. Top with the chocolate chips, fold it in, grab a spoon and flatten it in the bowl. Add in your choices of dipping items to indulge in and fill your soul with this delicious cheesecake dough dip. Enjoy!